So it's quite possible the 88 car may get the nod to start in this 30 lap. Pit Road Racing Apparel Modified Main Event. Ladies and gentlemen, yellow lights have been extinguished. It's feature time for the open wheel ground pounders. 24 of the best open wheel cars on hand tonight, ready to do battle in this 30 lapper. Bert Marvin quickly out with the 07. He'll pick up at the tail end. We've got 25 cars as we get the green flag. Donnie Fowler, car number 7. The checkerboard 7 leads the field into turn number 1. Joe Gillott gets the black flag as the first alternate being sent to the infield. Meanwhile, back up front, the open wheel monsters take to the speedway. The fire breathers out on the racetrack with Jimmy Broderick, car number 3, looking for his first win of the year. Moose Hewitt running in the 3rd spot. Our defending track champion Ricky Young runs 4th. Yellow out on the speedway. We've got problems. Not only in turn 2, but turn 4. The open wheel modifieds. Green is quickly back out. Again, it's Donnie Fowler up front, being chased down by the entire field. Hewitt down on the inside of Jimmy Broderick as they battle for the runner-up honors. Ricky Young, Mark Lajeunesse run side by side as they battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spots. Harry Ross to the outside with the white number 23, looking to make his move around the long way. Eddie Christopher about to follow suit with the 54 car as they look to the outside lane. Some of the heavy hitters stuck deep in traffic, looking to thread their way forward. Lajeunesse jumps out of line, giving somebody room. Now pulls back in, and we've got a skirmish between Bob Potter and a host of cars. Jimmy Dolan, 69, is involved. And everybody looking for as many points as they can grab. Meanwhile, back up front, car number 7. Donnie Fowler out of Westbrook, Connecticut, your leader. Moose Hewitt battling with Jimmy Broderick for the runner-up honors. Now Lajeunesse looks to the inside of Broderick. He looks to take away the 3rd spot as well. Chris Jones, 2 feature wins to his credit, car number 9. Running back in the 5th spot, looks to the outside of Lajeunesse in the 33 car. Problems on the front stretch. Bert Marvin and Robert Drown come together. The ground pounders. And we're back underway. Once again, Donnie Fowler blasting out front. Middle of the pack, staying tightly bunched. We've got 7 laps complete. Challenge developing for the lead. Hewitt down on the inside. Donnie Fowler on the outside. They continue to run side by side, and Hewitt, a 5-time past champion, is your new leader at the line. Jimmy Broderick running 2nd in hot pursuit. Up to 3rd is the flying 0 of Ricky Young as car number 7 begins to fade. Eddie Christopher up to the 4th spot with car number 54, and he turned a pit side with the 29X car. Field begins to settle down. Some of the heavy hitters coming from the back of the pack. They're going to have to hurry. A quick pace being set by the front runners. Jerry Pearl on the march with the 43 car. A lot of ground to make up, as does the one of Bob Potter. want to venture a guess. Looks to be the number 9 car. Chris Jones getting the black flag from the starter stand. Halfway marker due out this time by. It'll be 15 down. 15 to go as the top 5 cars run nose to tail. Moose Hewitt, Jimmy Broderick, Ricky Young, Teddy Christopher, and Chris Jones in that order. The field getting stretched out the way it is, it's tough for some of those stronger cars at the back end of the field to catch up. They've got to cover a lot of ground, plus pass some of the competitors. But it looks as though the caution flag is coming out. That's going to change the complexion of this all looking for a piece of the action. Arena's back out. The action continues hot and heavy right where it left off. Hewitt remains out front. He's your leader with car number 19. Looks as though Jimmy Broderick about a challenge for the lead. You look down to the inside as Christopher moves into the number 3 spot. Teddy Christopher looking for his first win of the year, as is Hewitt and Broderick for that matter. Ricky Young, the only one in the top 4 that's got a feature win thus far this season. Christopher looks to the high side to get around Jimmy Broderick. Less than 10 laps to go. Time running out. Top 3 cars now opening up an advantage over the entire field. Hewitt's out front. Broderick runs second. Teddy Christopher's third. Again, Teddy Christopher looks to the outside of Jimmy Broderick. The battle for the runner-up spot off turn number 2 as they're side by side down the back straightaway. Jimmy Broderick down on the inside, Teddy Christopher on the outside, and we have a brand new runner-up at the present time as Teddy Christopher moves into the runner-up spot. 5 to go, being shown this time by. It's going to be a 5-lap dash. Question is, can Hewitt hold on to that number 1 position? He's being pressured heavily by Teddy Christopher in car number 54. Less than a handful of laps remaining, and Hewitt remains as your leader.
Teddy Christopher in trouble out of turn number 4. The rest of the field forced to scramble. David Gaeta and Donnie Fowler good hook together over at turn number 4. Gaeta has the 27 fired up. Jerry Pearl running into trouble with a 4. Jimmy Broderick the first on the throttle up high. Danny Quarterweg stares the field down. As a caution will continue to hold on the speedway. Potter, as they look to accelerate through the turns. Danny Quarterweg sort of satisfied with the start as George Moose Hewitt picks up where he left off with the 19. Jimmy Broderick dropping back to the runner-up spot with the 3. Then it looks as though it's a 33 of Mark Lajeunesse. Keep your eyes on Teddy Christopher in the North End Auto Parts number 54. He's going to look to break out into the top 10. Keep your eyes on Bob Potter as he looks to challenge for that 3rd position. He pulls up alongside the flying 0 of Ricky Young. Charlie Savage off the pace on the backstretch with the spot to 1 at number 11. 2 to go marker out this time by as Moose Hewitt continues to lead Jimmy Broderick and Mark Lajeunesse. Here comes the 1 of Bobby Potter as Potter looks to move into the 4th position. Ricky Young running 5th, and it's Harry Rice in the 6th position. White flag due out this time by. Final time around the 1/3 mile oval. takes a peek down low, thinks otherwise through the turns. Slower car. Factor out of turn number 2 as Charlie Savage looks to work his way off the speedway. Out of turn number 4 for the final time as the win goes to George Moose Hewitt. Settling for the runner-up position, car number 3 for Jimmy Broderick of Brookfield. Unofficially in for the 3rd position, the TLB Auto Machine. Sucacia Hair Products Hair Unique, number 33 for Mark Lajeunesse of Norwich. And in for the number 19, a 5-time Prass Track champion here at the Speedway. Again, driving car number 19 is George Moose Hewitt. Joe Goldstown trackside. He's going to have a word with your feature winner.
Well, it's been almost a year for the 5-time champion to visit Victory Lane. But once again, George Moose Hewitt of Uncasville driving the Cross Sound Ferry. The KST Speed TLB Auto Machine sponsor number 19 made it into Victory Lane in tonight's Pit Road Racing Apparel sponsored 30-lap modified feature event. Elisa Knupp down here to make the presentation as the Miss Waterford for the evening. As Moose Hewitt picks up the win in a hard-fought battle over the entire field. Attention, please. Bureau-sponsored 30-lapper, George Moose Hewitt, as he guided the number 19 into Victory Lane. Mr. George, congratulations, sir. That was one heck of a race. You had a lot of battles going on behind you. I guess the idea is to stay pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, that's the right idea. I can't thank my sponsors enough. Cross Sound Ferry, Thunder Speed, Sport and Speed. I don't know whether a lot of people know it or not. Thunder Speed will give any racer that buys material from him for 10% over his cost.
That's not bad. That means they're going to save a bundle of money along the way.
Right.
George, you've been...
TLB and my crew especially, all the boys have been working on this, waiting for this day.
Well, you know, you've been running both divisions all season long. Is that taking its toll, or is that helping you get squared away?
Well, I've never been sorer since the last accident climbing into a race car tonight.
Well, you did pretty well and you climbed out on your own. Evidently, this was a nice night for you.
It was a good night.
Well, George, again, congratulations. How about it, folks? He's waited a whole year, but he finally finds his way back into Victory Lane as the driver of the Cross Sound Ferry KST Speed TLB Auto Machine number 19 is in Victory Lane.